And here is a review I've been looking forward to doing. This is Voyager Animated Blitzwing. We're going to start off here with his jet mode, which is easily, I think, the weakest of the three modes he's got. This is the official transformation. He does have the treads on the bottom, but that's cartoon accurate. That's not a big deal. My main complaint is the way the turret, this is the official locked in place mode, the turret tabs into the feet down here. And when you tab it in properly, there's a gap here between these panels in jet mode. Now you can, in fact, untab the turret and move it up so there's not a gap there, but it's not going to stay in that position. It's very loose and it doesn't really sit properly, and it's hard to get to stay in anything resembling. And also it makes it real gappy in here, so it's kind of a mixed bag on jet mode. But he's a nice size, and it's not a horrible jet mode, but it's just definitely the weakest of the three. And you know, with a triple changer, one of them always is. To change him to tank mode, and there is something neat that I like about his turrets here that I'm going to show you here in a minute in tank mode. So as you can see, the turrets, the triggers are right here to prevent them from activating on the feet when you tab it in. And to flip it into tank mode, you have to flip the turret up like this. It locks into place right up here. And flip the nose cone down and around. Now, when in tank mode, when you bring the turrets around, the trigger is now on the bottom, which is not the best place for them, and you can see the screws. And one of the neat things they did is these turrets rotate. So now you can hide the screws and have the triggers on top in tank mode for easy access. Very nice little feature. And then you just flip the feet in here. And yes, you can see in alt mode, there are his hands. He's kind of grabbing his own butt there. I've mentioned it everywhere. I just think it's funny. And then you have that, and you just bring the wings forward, bend them down, snap them into place there. There we go. And fold these panels down on top, and there you have his tank mode. And tank mode is, I really love this tank mode. I don't know what it is about it. It's about the size of a softball. Just a really, turret rotates. Just a really neat little tank mode. I mean, honestly, the tank mode sold me on this guy. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about him. I knew I was going to like him, but this tank mode, I just love it. I can't talk enough about it. It may very well be, this tank mode may very well make him my favorite of all my animated figures, including Leader Megatron. It's just that cool. And then to get him into robot mode, flip the wings back up, like that. Pull the turret down. Well, first off, we're going to start with the legs. Pull the legs down like this. Straighten them out. Flip the feet out again. There's the heel piece, and then the foot proper. And again, the heel piece, and the entire foot. Fold the panel down. Then you unplug the turret here. Move the wings out. Rotate the turret up like that so you got a little more clearance. And these pieces, his hands, flip out like so. And then these panels flip back to the side, and his arms flip down and around. And after that, you just flip his head up, snap it, spin it around, tab the tank mode treads, tab right there onto his back. And he's got his turrets, the wings. I was hoping the wings could fold up. That's another one minor drawback. I was hoping the wings could fold all the way up and hide behind his arms, but the way they're made, you can force them back there, but they don't fit very well, and they tend to cause this to pop off. So wings are out. I would have liked it if we had an option of having the wings folded up, but the most you're going to get for hiding the wings is really just holding them flat back. But they're not bad out. And there you have his robot mode. Oh, cut off his head there. I bumped the camera while I was doing it. There's robot mode Blitzwing. He does have the face changing gimmick. There's a little wheel on the back of his head here that turns his faces. There's his crazy face and his kind of G1-esque Arnold face. And this one's my favorite face of the three, so that's the one that tends to stay up the most. And these are soft pieces. You can, if you want to, pull those in a little bit. They kind of friction stick down there, so hide some of the sides of the faces. Size-wise, he's clearly a Voyager. He's, as you can see, he's just slightly shorter than Starscream here at the top of the head. And about just a tiny bit taller than, at the top of his helmet, he's just a tiny bit taller than Optimus, maybe about 1/4 of an inch or so. Here he is, just to show him off a little bit, here he is next to Leader Megatron. Leader Megatron's still taller. And the one drawback, not really, and this is more of a negative about Lugnut than thing, is that he's much taller than Lugnut, which is a shame, because obviously on the show Lugnut is much bigger. I hope they do a leader class Lugnut. They've said there are no plans, but fingers crossed. If they do a leader Lugnut, I will be the first to buy him, because Lugnut is also one of my favorites, and it'd be nice to see him be more about this size in relation to Blitzwing. So overall, I highly recommend him. Like I said, weak jet mode, but his robot mode and his tank mode more than make up for it. If you have a chance to get him, I highly recommend getting him. That is the review for Voyager class animated Blitzwing.